Hi everybody, Army P here, and this is eXplorminate's top 4 most anticipated 4X games of 2019. Number 4, Driftland, The Magic Revival. Driftland has the unique privilege of being part of both our anticipated 2018 video and now our 2019 video thanks to the magic of early access. Releasing in November 2017 for early access, Driftland developers have been pushing heavily with constant updates as they approach 1.0, which stands to be released sometime in 2019. Gameplay focuses on setting general goals for all your units without the need of micromanaging each of them, which is a unique take on the 4X and real-time strategy genre. It also has procedurally generated worlds, a very resource and magic-based economy, lots of different moving and terraforming scattered landmasses along the map, tame and ride dragons and other creatures. Of course, setting the goals instead of direct controlling units is one of the play game features, and of course with the release of 1.0 you can expect single player campaign and full multiplayer. Although no official month has been set for the release of Driftland in 2019, the developers have been saying that the early access should last only about a year, which would put it towards the fourth quarter of 2019. And considering that the current patch level is 0.758, I believe it's fair to consider that Driftland will be entering the market around the fourth quarter of 2019. Number 3, Interstellar Space Genesis. Interstellar Space Genesis is a 4X set in space created by the crew that used to maintain the Space Sector website. Space Sector website, if you don't know, was a fan-made project and website for 4X and strategy fans. So we are very excited to see where this game is going to go, considering the fan homage and the passion behind it. Oftentimes in the 4X market, a developer will often try to check all of the boxes that we would expect in a 4X game, and sometimes one seems overdeveloped versus the others. Interstellar Space Genesis developers have been trying to hit all of these check marks and knocking it completely out of the park. It's a turn-based game, but it also has a turn-based tactical combat instance in the game. You can design your ships and send them into battle, and make very customized layouts for them. There's a deep exploration mechanic, which is full of black holes, neutron stars, white dwarves. You could have your own one of the pre-made races, or be able to custom with a unique advantages and disadvantages. There are heroes that level up and have unique abilities and traits. You could terraform your planets, discover different unique technologies and artifacts, including an option to play a random tech tree that makes every playstyle a little bit different. And they're even promising a rich and reliable diplomacy system, which has multitudes of treaties and gaining for meaningful cooperation. So needless to say, this is a very ambitious title, and we're all very curious to see what it's going to look like as it starts to release in the second quarter of 2019. Number 2, Thea The Shattering. Thea The Shattering is a sequel to Thea 1 The Awakening. In the dark lands inspired by Slavic myth, life is struggle for survival against ever-increasing odds, be it natural or malevolent. This is an interesting 4X strategy RPG blend type game that promises to really push the genre in a different direction. Thea 2 ended up being on our most anticipated 2018 list, and now it's back again in 2019 as it transitions between early access to full release. Early access was relaunched at the end of 2018, roughly in November, and the developers have set a roadmap for it to be early access and full release around the second or third quarter of 2019. Thea The Shattering is an innovative genre hybrid with elements of turn-based 4X strategy, survival, RPG elements, and an entire card game. And they're going to, from what we can know about Thea 2 or Thea 1's developers, it's going to come out in a very polished state. In case you're brand new to this series, Thea 2 basically you take control over a deity and control the fate of a small flock of believers struggling for survival. This goal can be achieved in many ways, from diplomacy to war, from exploring to conquering. but any playstyle leads to a unique adventure thanks to the procedurally generated environments. There are going to be some rich options from crafting to town building, as well as co-op multiplayer gameplay, which makes Thea 2 an ideal choice for tactically minded players who are up for a legitimate challenge. Thea 1, The Awakening, was a sleeper hit when it first launched, and I expect the developers to not only improve but innovate even further with Thea 2, The Shattering. So keep your eye out for this gem in the second or third quarter of 2019. Before we get to number 1, here are 2 honorable mentions. Honorable mention, Empire in Ruins. The bastard son of 4X and tower defense with a black humor-infused plot set in a grim, disillusioned world. Empire in Ruins presents a new take on strategy by merging tower defense genre, detailed, recognizable gameplay of turn-based empire management in a hybrid never before seen. The developers seem to be trying something bold with Empire in Ruins, so I suggest that you keep your eye out for this gem in 2019. Honorable mention, Gala Collider. A unique gameplay experience, Gala Collider fuses the conquest of a turn-based strategy games like 4X games with the fluid tension and high-paced play of digital card games, creating a new genre with the best aspects of both. Another genre hybrid, you can expect to build decks with a huge variety of strategies and depth, with unique factions and asymmetrical gameplay, including ones where you can play against the computer, the AI in a single-player campaign, and in a multiplayer. If 4X strategy and deck building are 2 of the passions that you have, Gala Collider seems like a no-brainer, and you can even register right now to play and get access to the alpha. If not, you can also keep your eye on it. It should be releasing in 2019. The most anticipated 4X game of 2019, Age of Wonders Planetfall. Age of Wonders Planetfall is a new strategy game from Triumph Studios, the creators of the critically acclaimed Age of Wonders and the Overlord series, bringing all the exciting tactical turn-based combat and in-depth 4X empire building of its predecessors, but to a new space sci-fi setting. As you would come to expect, some of the gameplay features in Planetfall will be tactical turn-based sci-fi combat, perfect your combat strategy in intense turn-based battles that offer tactical challenges, a large cast of races with units, and even customizable weapons and destructible environments. All of that sounds very, very exciting. Not to mention a unique science-rich lore that's going to be part of the single-player campaign. Planetary empire building, create a unique house and build prosperous colonies through economic specializations of planetary sectors and governing doctrines. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without multiple paths to victory. Achieve your end goals through conquest, diplomacy, or even a doomsday technology. Engrossing options with NPC factions and rival houses won't make any decision easy. Age of Wonders Planetfall is set to release sometime in 2019, and I'm hoping that it can live up to the hype. So there you have it, eXplorminate's most anticipated 4X games of 2019. Do you agree with our list? Do you think we missed one that should have been added? Let us know in the comments section below. And just in case none of these tickled your fancy, you know for a fact that all the major hitters out there are going to be releasing DLC in the next year, including Stellaris, Endless Space 2, Galactic Civilizations 3. So it's a really good time to be a 4X fan. Thanks a lot for listening, and I'll see you in 2019.